I think we really need to reevaluate how we see sexual assaults in this country and rape. Because what do you mean a 15-year-old gets raped and people are blaming the girl? People are blaming the 15-year-old. I think we really need to reevaluate how we see sexual assaults in this country and rape. Because what do you mean a 15-year-old gets raped and people are blaming the girl? People are blaming the 15-year-old. The guys can come onto the internet, say she's lying, say the most horrible things about her, but she was gang raped, and people will still, what? Blame the girl. Get up. What is wrong with you? How do you sit there and you're like, yes, it is totally her fault. She put herself in that situation. She's 15. She is a teenager. In what world is that okay? And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, this happens every day in South Africa. Why do we just sit down? We're complacent to it. That's it. That's what we are. We're complacent to it. Because right now, as someone who's female presenting in South Africa, what is my biggest fear? What is my biggest fear? Ending up on this Instagram page. Ending up as a hashtag. And you're still going to sit there and you're going to do what? You're going to blame her. Because why was she in that situation?
I am making this video specifically for girls and women. However, if you are a boy mom, you might lean over to the male side, understandably, due to the simple fact that you are raising one of them. If you are a proactive parent, I expect you to teach your boy child basic manners, how to treat girls, how to treat women. Therefore, I expect you to be mature, knowing that you are doing your job as a parent. Because trusting the police in this country as a black female is like signing your death warrant. So it is necessary for black girls and women to know how to defend themselves. Not only knowing how to utilize a weapon, because it is important to know how to utilize one, and also knowing physical combats. However, you need to know the most important aspect of all, which is your mind. You need to know how to manipulate the person who's putting you in that state, ultimately turning him into your own victim. It's important enough as black moms who are raising girls to do this when they are still young, so that they can grow up with this quality to help minimize the violence that is happening to girls and women. Girls would also have the power to destroy any man who seeks to destroy them. So don't just learn how to just shoot a weapon or fight, which both of those qualities are just as important, but to also know how to utilize your mind. Combined all of these three, we can minimize violence towards black girls and women. I am not an activist for police and going there and protesting, although those things are just as important, but you would never find me there for obvious reasons, because they don't care about what happens to women. Hence, the violence towards women and girls keeps on increasing in this country, with the economy as well. It is necessary that we do this as soon as possible. And I suggest that if you cannot do the three, then at least not have kids at this moment, because raising vulnerable girls or vulnerable women who will be prey to men is not ideal. We also know that with the economic situation, this also increases the violence that's bound to happen to women and girls, making them easier prey for men. However, if you are a male and you find yourself offended by this, I want you to know this. If you know that you are an upstanding man, that you are raised well, and you have no intentions of harming women, then I expect you to understand, and therefore I expect you to join me in doing this. I expect you as a male to rise, because you know that you are raising a girl child, and you know that raising a girl child leans to them being harmed. So you want to make your girl child as protected, informed, and skilled to defend herself from the men who seek to destroy her. We know that it's not all of you. We're talking about that men who do these things. So you're not one of them, so shut up. I'm not talking to you, okay? I don't want to hear what about them. What about the women who are committing false rape? I don't want to hear it. It's not necessary. It's not important in this conversation right now, because we are going nowhere. We are going in circles whenever we do that. So I expect you as a man to be mature I expect you to understand. I expect you to do better and play your role. I want you to listen to me and listen good, because I'm only going to say this once. And I'm not going to repeat myself, not even in the comment section. I already warned men like you about the whataboutism in my previous video. Clearly, you did not get the memo. So according to your logic, you want me to condone young boys around the same age bracket to go clubbing, drinking and smoking. And then after being heavily intoxicated, they go and violate girls around the same age bracket. You see the standard of rape culture that you're setting for young boys? That's the aspiration they look at when they see you as an example. You're literally telling young boys, go out, get drunk, and take any woman that you want and violate her. Anything that happens afterwards is clearly her fault, not mine. If you want to hold children accountable, then hold children accountable. Now, if you want to condemn the female child and condone the male child, then clearly the problem is with you, because you're most likely to do the same thing.